Hello everyone and welcome back to the FRC Historian. Right now it is Saturday night. We all just enjoyed a Houston World Finals where some records were set, a record that a lot of people were talking about was not broken, and overall an explosive finals with the first time of there ever being a rubber match in the Two Worlds era, the first one since 2016, and also a very interesting one in how it came about. So first off, I'm going to start out with the winner and finalists of Houston Worlds. So the winners were actually the second ranked in the round robin. First ranked was Turing. A lot of people were talking about Turing curse, where Turing could never do well. Where in 2017 and 18, out of the 10 round robin matches their alliances played, they lost all 10. Right now, Turing in round robin is 5 and 10, with 254 the Cheesy Poofs, 33-10 Blackhawk Robotics, 69-86 and 948. The Turing division going 5-0 in the round robin. However, in the finals, winning the first match and then losing the next two to become the Houston World finalist. And now, on to the other one. We have Newton, who was second, consisting of 973, 1323, 5026, and 4201. So for the Greybots captained their alliance, and they did exceptionally well, winning the championship. And one nice thing to see was that 5026, the Iron Panthers, and 4201 of this alliance, this was actually the first ever competition that they'd ever won. 4201, the Vitruvian Bots had won Chairman's and Woody Flowers banners before, but they never actually won a competition. Neither had 5026. This is a nice thing to see. It was the same sort of thing as 2708 last year, who won Worlds. This was the first ever. It's nice because 5026, as shown by the newscasters, had actually wildcarded their way here, and they were picked by the Alliance, and they wound up winning Worlds. And it was nice to see this because it was almost a recreation of the St. Louis Worlds in 2017, where second place lost to first place, but second place went on to win the championship. Some other parallels I found interesting was it was nice that it wasn't 5-0, 4-1, 3-2, 2-1, no, 2-4, 2-3, 1-4, and 0-5 as it kind of was last year with Houston, and almost the year before. But Roebling won one match against Hopper. The Roebling won 1-6, went 1-4, 5 went 1-4. Galileo and Carver went 2-3. Newton went 4-1, and then Turing went 5-0. So of course there was still at 5-0 and 4-1. However, there was a little bit of difference with some alliances winning in some places where they wouldn't have thought. For those of you who didn't know, 1678 was the captain at Carver, along with 7179, 3132, the Hall of Fame team, and 1939. 1678, this marks their 7th divisional win in a row, breaking the record set by Bobcats that they were tied with for the last year, winning 7 division years in a row, starting with 2013, which I've covered before, where they did a complete scorched earth of their field on their division, and then now they won their 7th year in a row. Although they were 3rd place in the round robin, which is more than commendable, they did not qualify for the finals and got out in the round robin as 3rd place. So what was interesting though was 971 and 973, the Greybots and Spartronics, not respectively, were able to face each other on Ice Down, which is something that I had not seen before. One other interesting thing to note is that when a lot earlier in the competition, there are a lot of people saying that it was almost a sure win for Turing. So I thought it was interesting when it came down to 3, especially when I got into the finals. I was hoping for a rubber match, just in terms of FRC history, because I wanted to see the first ever rubber match of the two finals of the Two Worlds era. But it was fun to see the second place alliance come back and win. And it was due to a lot of factors. They were able to outscore them based on cargo and hatches, and yes, there was a missed climb by the Red Alliance in both matches, but at the end of the day, it came down to great match play, phenomenal match play by either side, with two of the best alliances in all of that area making it to the finals, and then we have a world champion and a world finalist in our midst, who now the world champions are qualified to go back to Worlds, which is wonderful to hear. 450, 26, and 4601 who had never won a competition before. I'm looking forward to see how they do next year, as well as if any of them go to IRI, I want to see them play. One interesting thing that a lot of people didn't know was that from the Newton division, 1323 originally, I think they wanted to play with 2910. 973 picked them, and instead they played with them. So they wanted to win the championship with them. One thing I always wanted to see was 1323 and 2910 play. So maybe that's something we could see at IRI. Now moving on to the awards category, there were 3 Houston Chairman's finalists, those being 2682, Boneyard Robotics from North Carolina. Secondly, there was 3646, actually a team from Istanbul, Integral, sorry if I get rid of this, Başarıya, who actually won Chairman's, then won Chairman's at the Istanbul, Woody Flowers at Bosphorus, and then won the Galileo division. And then, of course, once they won the Galileo division, they didn't physically play, but they did make it to Einstein. And the winner of the Chairman's Award in Houston 1902, our 29th inductee into the Hall of Fame and the 27th living member of the Hall of Fame, with of course teams Double Deuce and the Labsters no longer existing. And 1902 is a team from Florida, Exploding Bacon, and they'll make a welcome addition to the first Hall of Fame. One thing to note, though, is that there were actually 3 finalists last year. 1311 Kell, who became a member of the Hall of Fame. 2468 team Appreciate from Texas, who actually got EI in Texas. And then a team from Israel, who didn't even win Chairman's at the Israeli District Championship this year, paving the way for a 2017 finalist, 1902, to come back this year and win the Chairman's Award, being inducted into the Hall of Fame. This was a wonderful championship to watch. It makes me even more excited for Detroit to watch next week. And overall, I liked how it ended up. It was a toss-up until the very end. One interesting thing to note was that when it came to cargo points, Newton did outscore Turing by quite a bit. And if you're looking at who has done the best over time, Newton has been doing significantly well over the past 3 years. Turing won 5-0 on the round robin. They're going 5-10, which is nice to see that they were able to go 5-0 on the round robin this year, despite there being a subsequent curse. But one other thing that was nice to see was that the Woody Flowers Award is held by Alan Gregory IV from 3847. One nice thing is that he's actually a first alumni, and I want to see he's the youngest mentor to ever be nominated for Woody Flowers and win it at the Houston Championship. He was originally nominated in 2014, and he was renominated this year, and he went on to win the Woody Flowers Award at the Houston Championship, and now he'll receive it once again at the Detroit Championship. Thank you all for listening. I really enjoyed it. If you want me to cover anything else before Detroit happens, I'm really looking forward to that. So once again, thank you all for listening, and goodbye.